Heaven's California.
Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a review. Obviously yesterday Manchester United went up against Spurs and they did subsequently lose, which was a bit of a bummer. But again, we're not expecting much for the league. I've gone ahead, made some notes. We're going to have a little bit of a talk today. So, personally, I didn't actually watch the match. I thought that it was just going to be worthless. I didn't actually see any need. Let me quickly move that. Hang on a minute. Ooh. That's a bit better. So, we didn't actually need to win the match. And, well, technically we did need to lead the match to try and keep some sort of hope of the top four open, but we didn't win the match, and that did mean that we did it's now mathematically impossible for Manchester United to get the top four now, meaning our only hope is Europa League football. Oh god, let me quickly sort that. There we go. Right, back on track. So little purpose to the game now. There's been little purpose to league games for a couple of months, and yeah, I didn't really see a need to watch the game, as it's a little bit irrelevant now. It has been for quite a few months. Obviously, for me, ever since Christmas, all of our eggs have been in the Europa League basket, but I'll come more into that in a minute. The final game at White Hart Lane, and that's why a lot of Manchester United fans thought that the game may have been swung in Manchester United's favour. The pressure of Spurs having to go ahead and win that final game at White Hart Lane, but they did, and obviously the big boy Harry Kane stepped up and won them that match, got them their second goal. And it is kind of a scary thought that Spurs could be going to 10 years' time, could be leading English football. I freaking hope they're not. But as I said, all eggs are in one basket. We're all riding on Stockholm. And is that a sensible decision from Jose Mourinho? Is that sensible to go, look, we've got, like, he's been blaming injuries for a long time, and he's been like, yeah, we're just going to, we want to focus Europa League. He hasn't said that intentionally, but we can tell as fans that Europa League is what he's wanting to win now. And without that, it could be a little more tricky, because we're against Ajax, as was confirmed. We did beat Celta, and we are against Ajax now, and Ajax have got something that Manchester United don't have, which is passion and drive. Kasper Dolberg up top, he's been doing bits in the Eredivisie and in the Europa League this season. And can Manchester United get that passion? We've been missing a passionate player for a long time, and this is something I really wanted to focus on today, the passion of the team. Who on that team can you see is going to be a leader? Because the leader we've had for years, we had Sir Alex Ferguson, number one. Sir Alex Ferguson was the ringleader, with Wayne Rooney being the leader. A lot of people criticise Wayne Rooney. He's England's leading top goal scorer, club's leading top goal scorer, one of the best talents we've produced in England for a long time. Bottled it in the international tournament, so the Euros and the World Cup. But in other situations, he's been very good for England. He's represented this country's football for a very long time. And personally, I think that for Manchester United, he had been instrumental for 10 years or so. Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, he had been instrumental. You need someone who's going to go over there, have a chat to the ref, have a go at someone. You need that passion, that drive. And yes, you can have David De Gea. I'd say he's quite a passionate goalkeeper. He makes his opinions known. And Ibrahimovic, I thought, yes, we're going to have a year where you have a passionate leader. He's going to take us somewhere. And he did take us somewhere. He grabbed himself a lot of goals through hunger and hard work. Brought the best out of Pogba for me as well. Pogba's just drifted away a little bit now without Ibrahimovic. But who can you see out there that's going to be that leader? You've got Marcus Rashford. I don't see him leading. Martial, not really type of leader. Mkhitaryan, all of our front stars that you just don't see them being the leader. They're just kind of there. They do their job. They're happy. Paul Pogba, I thought he'd be a great leader. If he matures, he's going to be a good leader. If he matures. Big emphasis on the word freaking if. If he matures, then he will be a great leader. And at the club at the moment, he isn't there, but maybe give him some more time. Jesse Lingard, not a good leader either. Too small. You just see him. They just seem just timid. Just not hungry enough for the ball. Not hungry enough. They're quite happy to sit there and get dominated, grab a goal when needed, and that's not the Manchester United I remember seeing back in the Alex Ferguson days. The current crisis then. The question everyone wants answering: what happens when we don't in the Europa League? We don't in the Europa League on May the 24th. What's going to happen then? Well, May 24th, Stockholm, Europa League final. If Ajax walk away with the Europa League, obviously they're going Champions League football next season. Manchester United have secured their place though in the Europa League with winning the League Cup, which means we will still have some European football. But is that going to be good enough? The big players this year, Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mkhitaryan and Bailly, all came from clubs that already had Champions League football. Except Villarreal. Villarreal didn't have Champions League football, I don't think. I don't really follow Villarreal, but the three big players, let me go on, Bailly's been the best signing we've had this season for me. Ibrahimovic, he's a short-term fix. He came in hoping to do something, and he's got us to the Europa League final, you could say. But we've had to go through the finals without him. We've done it, so don't really know what to say there. But they joined, I'd say, the big three ones as a rebuild. They wanted to rebuild the team. Paul Pogba, obviously, Alex Ferguson said, oh, he's not good enough. Well, supposedly, with a big supposedly, he's supposed to be one of the best midfielders around there right now. He's not in my eyes. I'm going to say it personally from Manchester United fans' view. He's not one of the best. And there's multiple reasons why he isn't, but I won't get too much into them today. But, yeah, it's been decent. It has been quite decent this season. Has there been some improvements? Yes, they have. But what happens if you don't in the Europa League? So, players, world-class players. I've had a look in the news today. Sundays now, there will be, like, going down, taking notes of the news and the players. They link Manchester United every week, and there will be a video on Sundays going up with that every week now, so make sure you're checking out that. But as I was going to say, players at the moment being linked to Manchester United. For example, James Rodriguez on BBC Sport today said that he'd only joined Manchester United on one condition. They had Champions League football secured. So we don't get Champions League football, we don't get any new players. Is that such a good thing? I don't know. Could we do with no new players? Obviously, it's nice to get some fresh faces in. But do we need to give the team some time to bond? Again, I'm not too sure about that either. I mean, it's a tricky one to say. But let's see. Yeah, as I said, they came to prove a point some of the players this season. Wages. What we're going to need to be doing, unfortunately, is trying to buy players with money. We're not going to be saying, come to Manchester United to play good football. What Manchester United turning into, which football's turning into, is a franchise. Manchester United is no longer a football club, nor is Chelsea, City, all the big clubs in the world are no longer football clubs. It is a franchise, it's a brand. You're coming to play for the Manchester United brand. You're coming to play for the Chelsea brand. And with a brand, they normally have a lot of money, which is what clubs are now doing. They're throwing a lot of money at players. They're going to say, look, we can pay you 300,000. We could say to Spurs, look, you got Eric Dyer. Okay, he's a substantial, he's a decent midfielder. We're going to throw him 250,000 a week, and he's going to become the highest paid Englishman in football. Even more money than Wayne Rooney, I believe now. He's only on about 200k. And he probably joined because he's been throwing a lot of money. We could say, yeah, every goal, every clean sheet, you get an extra 5 or extra 50,000 a week. I don't want to see Manchester United run a lot. I want to see players wanting to join Manchester United. I don't want us hunting players. I want players coming to us saying, look, we want to play for you. We want to play for Manchester United and represent Manchester United. Is that going to happen anytime soon? I don't know. We've got a couple of years we're not the best, and we're not going to be the best for many more years to come, I'd say. But yeah, another good thing, money. You get more money from the Champions League. You get more sponsorships and stuff. So again, we get Champions League. We're going to be balling even freaking more, mate. Fucking balling. But yeah, as I said, Europa League is already secured. Where's it all gone wrong for Jose Mourinho this season? He's been saying a lot of things this season, to be honest. He's made more excuses under the sun. He said the referees are against him. He said the pitches are against him. He's even said the goalkeepers only turn up when they go to Old Trafford. Which again, is that more that the kids' team we're playing are good, or is it that our attacking players aren't good enough? I don't know, you tell me. But we've had fixtures. The main excuse Jose Mourinho has used in the latter stage of the season is fixtures. And yes, I do feel a little bit sorry for the lad, as he has had quite a bit of injuries. We've got quite a few injuries right now. Main two, Rojo and Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic has been a massive loss to the team. But you can't keep making excuses. And he's brought Wayne Rooney back into the team, and he's doing alright. He's got himself a goal against Spurs. Things are fine. Will he be leaving? I don't think we can afford to make, unless we have a striker that we have got through. Maybe it's a second team one, we're playing Rashford more, or we get a solid first team striker. We can't afford for Wayne Rooney to go just because we need the players. Not having the mentality. Mentality has been a big thing I've said all the year round. To people on YouTube, wherever, I've said this team hasn't got the mentality to go and win a league title yet. And it's true, they don't. They're bottle jobs. We bottled it in. We get frustrated, we get angry. Friggin' semi-final Europa League, not Champions League. Europa League semi-final, we nearly friggin' dropped out. We have to thank our asses. We better be paying John Guidetti a couple of £1 million after he left that friggin' stadium, because he nearly ended every deluded Manchester United fan's dream, thinking this year was going to be all friggin' spectacular. And yes, I did predict them to finish second in the league. That wasn't a bad prediction, but I do think that we could have done a lot better this season, and we need some players that have a little more mentality to help us through next season. What else has gone wrong for Jose then? There's been no passion for the Premier League for Jose Mourinho for a bit of a while now, ever since he's found out. We've been sat in 6th with a 25 match unbeaten streak. We started that streak in 6th. We ended that streak in 6th. It's a bit embarrassing, really, isn't it? I don't know why I'm laughing. But again, you can't do nothing about that. It's the team. I'm not in charge of the team. If I was in charge of the team, then I'd probably be doing. I might actually move back a little bit here. Yeah, no, that's too far. As I said, if I was in charge of the team, then no, I prefer being too. I'm gonna move forward. If I was in charge of the team, then there would be some massive wholesale changes, but I'm not in charge of the team, so there is nothing I can really do. But the last thing I have written down here then is another excuse, as I said, injuries. He quoted today to Sky Sports that a team can't compete in 2 major competitions with 15 first team quality players. Now, players that Jose Mourinho is saying first team players that I say first team quality are different. We've got a lot of youngsters who are more than capable of filling in, but again, Jose Mourinho isn't too aware of isn't too favourable when it comes to youth players, even though he has spent the most time playing under 23 players, or under 21 players this season, compared to all the rest of the top 4 clubs, or top 6 clubs now. It's not really top 4 clubs anymore, is it? It's top 6 now. Liverpool back in contention, Spurs back in contention. It's top 6 clubs. It's no longer top 4, it's top 6, but we're not going to get any more European spots. That about ends it for this time around then. That's what I've been thinking. Next game is against Southampton, and then we do have the all inevitable. I think we have Southampton. I don't know, we've got 2 more league games to play and the Europa League final. You'll be seeing me this time next week, but a day before, on the Sunday, for another week's worth of Manchester United news and gossip. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to smash that like button, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.